Hey everybody, we're in my messy kitchen. It's clean. Those dishes are clean. They just need to be put away. And that is my oldest son's job. So far be it from me to take that job away from him. So I'm going to leave it there and we're going to ignore it for now. I'm going to show you what's in my planner for this weekend for meals. I do kind of meal plan for the weekend because if we switch it around and flop up what we have, that's okay depending on what we want to eat, but at least I have a game plan of foods I know we have all the ingredients for and we can go ahead and make. So let me show you what's in my planner for this weekend and tell you how I'm going to prep today, Friday, for the weekend. So hopefully Mama doesn't have to do as much during the weekend. So here in my planner for Saturday, I have waffles for breakfast. Lunch is these Hawaiian roll sandwiches. Dinner is gonna be DIY pizzas. I know I need to change my polish, sorry about that. And then for breakfast on Sunday, we're gonna do some breakfast calzones. Lunch is a cheesy potato casserole, or sometimes called funeral potatoes. Not healthy at all, but so tasty. And then dinner is gonna be albondigas, which is a meatball soup. And then I have here a little note for myself. Prep second for freezer with a question mark, because I've never prepped this for the freezer before, but I'm gonna try. I take it back. I have put it in the freezer after it's already cooked. I've never tried to prep one for the freezer. So I'll show you what I'm gonna do in preparation for that. Waffles we'll have to make the day of. These Hawaiian roll sandwiches, super simple. You just take the slider bread and we're gonna put like deli meat, so ham and cheese, and then toast it in the oven if we feel like, or we can just eat it like that. If you have the fridge space, you can go ahead and prep that and put it in the fridge like that. We don't really have it, and since it's so simple, I'm gonna leave it be. I am gonna prep the dough for the pizzas. These are already done in a previous freezer prep that I did. I will link that video down below. So that's already done. I just need to pull it out of the freezer. I'm going to prep this, and I'm going to prep the majority of this, so the veggies for this soup. The reason I'm not going to do the meatballs today is only because it's solid. It's frozen. I didn't take it out this morning to thaw, so I'll just make that either on a Saturday or Sunday and then have it ready to roll. But at least I'll have a jump start on the weekend so that I can kind of rest too. The first thing I'm going to do is start getting the ingredients into my bread maker so that we can make the pizza dough. That way the bread maker can be doing its thing and I can get started on the rest. Next, I remember I have a bag of mixed vegetables that we had used for dipping with ranch, and the parts of it were starting to go bad. So I wanted to use that up. So I'm going to cut off the yucky bits and throw out what's not savable. And then I'm going to chop up the rest of the zucchini and yellow squash. I have a couple of red potatoes, so I'm going to clean those and cut them up, as well as you'll see me bring in some brown potatoes. I'm going to dice those, and I just put them all in the same bowl. I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the video, but I purchased a Costco-sized pack of meat. It's the beef for stew. I wanted to make a beef and broccoli next week, and the price per pound was less, $1 less per pound at my nearest Costco. So I go ahead and I am going to make this a beef and vegetable because there wasn't enough broccoli in that pack to just make it beef and broccoli. So I'm going to go ahead and prep 2 of them since it's such a big pack of meat. I just kind of eyeball it and split it in half and do 2 baggyfuls of veggies, which turns out to be the broccoli, carrots, and squash and zucchini, and the meat. And then I have just a packet of beef and broccoli powdered mix from our local store that I'm going to throw in there also. In addition to the seasoning packet, I'm also going to add in 2 tablespoons of liquid aminos, which is just what we use instead of soy sauce, and then a little bit of water and garlic just to get it all kind of mixed up together. I'm gonna lay them flat like this to freeze, just so they fit better in our chest freezer. But I do put the veggies down first and the meat last, because when I go throw it into my slow cooker, this is gonna hit that slow cooker first, and I just like that the meat is gonna cook down at the bottom. So that's why I pack it that way. So I'm gonna go put these in the freezer and then warm up the tortillas because the fish came out of the oven for dinner, get my kiddos ready to eat, and get back to the rest. Here's what I got done. I vacuum sealed these because these are the ones that are gonna go in the freezer. So these are the veggies, and then we'll do the meatballs later. And then these, since we're gonna make it this weekend, I just put the potatoes in water, and it's just gonna sit in the fridge. So there's 2 soups. I got 2 beef and vegetable done. The pizza dough is almost done. It's 7 o'clock, so I'm gonna sit down. My husband just came home. We're gonna eat dinner together. I may or may not make the cheesy potato, but at least I've got a big head start on the weekend. Okay, pizza dough just ran out, so right before I sit down, I'm just gonna show you. It makes 2 large pizzas. The way I divide it for my family of 5 is I divide it in half. So here's your 2 pizzas, 1, 2. Then I divide it again in half. This is for my older son. And then these 2 are for my 2 littles. This, what would be 1 whole large pizza, I cut it in half, and then there's 1 for my husband and 1 for myself. So I'm gonna saran wrap these and put them in the fridge, and now the pizza's That's all I end up prepping for the weekend. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider giving us a thumbs up and liking and subscribing.